Three, two, one. You feel that fire? Let it burn. Cause ain't no running. When it's your turn, call me crazy, but I think I found the love of my life. Whoa, let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Call me crazy, but I think I found the love of my life. Hey, yo, welcome back to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast, the last episode of season 7. Lucky number 7. Oh, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. Thank y'all so much for the support. Thank y'all so much for the love. Thank y'all so much just for y'all being so dope and y'all being an amazing audience and amazing people to just be around and hang around and to have things around with. We're in this together. I love y'all. Y'all love me. I appreciate y'all so much. I just have to get that off because man, season seven seasons of this thing. 7 seasons of this thing. I don't think people understand how long 7 seasons is. 7 seasons of something is a long time. I've been doing this for a long time. Thank y'all for allowing me to do this for a long time. I really appreciate y'all for through the good and the bad, through the starts, through the pauses, through the nows. Thank y'all so much. If you are listening on your favorite podcast platform, please give me a 5 star and a review. That's first and foremost before we even step foot into the topics of the pod today. First and foremost, y'all already know what to do. Make sure y'all give me a 5 star and a review. If you're listening on YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you turn on post notifications every time we post a pod so you can be notified when we post a pod. Most importantly, out of all of those things, make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell an auntie about the Arts Block podcast. You never know who might be intrigued and might be interested in the ABP. The ABP love the kids. ABP is for the kids. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Oh, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. First thing on the docket this week, I hate all of you music people. Let me rephrase. I hate all of you people that be online and be leaking songs and be leaking albums and be leaking mixtapes. Y'all just leak. You will leak your mama's address if that will give you some clout. Listen, man, on what day was that? I think that was Friday or just during the weekend. It was either during the week or during the weekend. Some person online, they are anonymous and they shall remain anonymous for on this pod, on this platform. If you want to do your own research, you can by all means. But somebody in the world thought it was a bright idea to leak Big Sean's whole entire album. His whole album. They leaked it. They leaked it, dropped it, dropped the title of the album, dropped the Big Sean couldn't even have a album release. And guess what? Guess what? Guess how all of this started, right? You guys won't believe this. All of this started because Big Sean went on the radar. Now, what is on the radar? On the radar is a platform where artists, rappers, specifically rappers, go on and they do freestyles. They do freestyles on the mic. It's like a green background. They rappity rap, go home. Big Sean said a line on the freestyle, right? The line that he said is that I'm too busy to find somebody to beef with. Now, the world thought he was talking about Kendrick. However, if you listen to Big Sean's music, you know that he's not talking about Kendrick. He said that the issue with him and Kendrick was squashed a whole album ago, and that album was 4 years ago. So him and Kendrick squashed their little beef 4 years ago, right? He was talking about another Gemini by the name of Kanye West. Now, you know that in our culture, there are three kind of fan bases that spearhead the crazy fan base dumb. And the crazy fan base starter pack starts off like this, right? Now, if you are a part of these fan bases, I don't mean no offense, because some of you are great and amazing people, but a lot of y'all really need help. And we need to have a real sit down conversation about why you love artists or why you love these particular artists so much. Number one is the Barbs. Number two is the Beehive. And number three is the Ye Pack. I don't even know if y'all have a name. I don't even know if Kanye named his fan base the college dropouts. I don't know. I don't know what you guys' names are. But why? All right. Here's my problem with it, right? As an artist, as a creative, I know this from experience and just being around other artists and creatives. You take so much time, so much effort, so much preparation in making something, right? Not just making it, figuring a way to roll it out, figuring a way for merch, figuring out a way to sequence the album, figuring out a way for the listeners to have the best listening experience with this album that you see fit, right? Finding a way to finding the features, finding, the right guy to mix the songs, the right producers, the right people to master to get the samples cleared. It's so much that goes into making a project, into making an album, into making just any piece of art, right? Into making a movie, for example, right? My short film, I had to write the film. I had to get the director. I had to find the editor. I had to stay up and talk back and forth with the editor. Just a whole bunch of stuff, right? You take all of that time, all of that effort, somebody's pride and joy, somebody's job. Like, let's not act like this is these artists' job. This is their livelihoods. So you basically went to somebody's job. They had a huge project coming up, a huge presentation in front of the board of directors of whatever company that they work for, right? You went to their job, got on their computer, looked at their presentation, said, you know what? I'm going to leak this presentation in front of the whole office, and did it. Oh, you're a wild boy. You're wild. Somebody spent their hard earned their time and effort. The last Big Sean album that we've gotten was 4 years ago. So you're telling me this album was 4 years in the making. He was finally ready to release something, finally ready to drop, finally ready for some type of action again, right? And just because he said something about your favorite artist, you sat there and was like, let's leak the album. And it'll be best to leak the album out of support for said artist. Now, the person who leaked the album said that Kanye West told them to do it, right? He was like, Ye told me to do it. However, I'm not here for the speculation. I just know what actually happened, right? The album was leaked. And I'm here on the behalf of artists, in the behalf of young artists, behalf of old artists, behalf of all creatives, right? I'm sitting here on the behalf of you guys, of them, right? The people, to say that that's not cool. What if I go into your job, take whatever big secretive thing that you're working on, right? Something that you're so proud of doing, some new findings that you have, something new that you have never seen, that nobody has ever seen before, ever heard before, and I leak it to everybody. I leak it on the internet for everybody to know. Now, everybody has access to this thing that you spent so hard, so much time, so much effort working on. Luckily for us, Big Sean was really cool about it. And Big Sean kept everything P. And Big Sean just laughed it off and was like, well, since it was leaked anyway, I might as well just give him the album. And he dropped the album date. I believe that the album date is August 5th. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken because August 5th is not a Friday. So it might be August 9th. Yeah, so I believe it's August 9th. I may not be right. Hold on, let me just look it up. Let me not even. Big Sean album release. Album 2024. So the album is called Better Me Than You. And I think I'm pretty sure that he released a date with this August 9th. Yes, so I was right. It's gonna Better Me Than You is set to release August 9th. And I'm excited for it because I'm a Big Sean fan. I love Big Sean. I'm just disappointed that this is how we received the album. I'm disappointed at the fans, I'm disappointed at the community for allowing this to happen and just thinking that this was a cool thing to happen and was thinking that this is okay to condone. I'm disappointed in the community. I'm disappointed in the fan base. I'm disappointed in a lot of things in a lot of people. Just because like that's not cool. That's not cool. That's lame. That's lame. You're lame. Oh, you're so lame, bro. You're so lame. But shout out Big Sean though. I hope that didn't ruin any big plans for you in your release and whatever you had your rollout planned. I hope that didn't ruin no big things that you had for your rollout. You know how much money people spend on their rollouts? Like, you know how much money is spent on album rollouts or project rollouts? Hundreds of thousands of dollars is, is spent on the rollout alone, not including the actual album, just rolling out the album, making the album uh and so much time is spent on a rollout as well. Like you having to, well, this is how they used to do it. I don't, artists don't really do this anymore. I think they should, but they don't do this anymore. But they used to go to radio stations and they used to, but they still do this, but like post heavy on social media, go to radio stations, go to podcasts, go to different people in media, go like, for example, people go on Castanet stream and be like, yo, I'm releasing da 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 da, listen to the da 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 da, right? It's so much that goes into this. And you just took away the substance and you took away the juiciness and you took away what me personally as a lover of music and a person who loves the art of musicianship and loves the art of storytelling and loves hip hop, you took that away from me by just saying here's the album. Also, who is around you people, who is around you rappers and around you artists that has these files on deck to where these files are accessible? Who why are these files so accessible? That's another thing that I can't blame the hacker or the leaker, whoever, for. I have to blame the artist because why are these files so? Why can I get these so quickly or so easily? Why can I just get these? I shouldn't be able to just have these. These should be, you should be keeping these safe. These should be like CIA lockdown level. Like you should have a hard drive for the hard drive for the hard drive. You feel me? In the hard drive, the real hard drive needs to be locked up in like a safe or something. Like, why are these files so accessible? Anyway, that's besides the point. But yeah, shout out Big Sean. You people, y'all need to stop taking the fun out of music, man. Like the fun is starting to get sucked out of art, and it's the consumer's fault. Like I said this during the Drake and Kendrick beef. I'm gonna continue to say it until y'all stop sucking the fun out of art and suck the fun out of everything that is enjoyable with art, because y'all just are, I don't even know. I don't know. But that's disappointing. But shout out to Big Sean. Next thing on the docket, I really want to talk about this though. Lupe Fiasco is catching fire on Twitter. Now, the reason why Lupe is catching fire is because Lupe went on Instagram comment section under Dame Dash comment section. Dame Dash posted that he is about to sell his third of Reasonable Doubt. He's interested in selling his third of Reasonable Doubt, and he wants to talk about serious inquiries only. Lupe Fiasco went onto Instagram and said this: at Champagne Poppy will keep it safe for generations to come. Speaking of Reasonable Doubt. This grail and influenced an innumerable amount of rappers. To see the pedal such a to see it peddle such a lack of grace genuinely hurts my feelings a little bit, but also on Savage stuff, F it. Either donate it to museums for safekeeping or seriously let Drake make an offer so he can put it in where it needs to be. Just keep that ish, OG. You should be infinitely proud of this. Without it, there's no me as I am. And I am sure other MCs will agree. Now, this is kind of weird timing to say that Drake should keep buying rap artifacts because Kendrick literally just exposed Drake for being a colonizer and just being somebody who collects rap artifacts like Thanos was collecting Infinity Stones. Like he was just, I want Tupac's ring. I want Pharrell's chain. I want this. I want that. I want this. And I'm not going to settle. Like, bro, Drake, what is Drake going to do in 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt now? Like, what is he? And, bro, like, we're a couple things. Let me slow down. A couple things. Only two people should be getting that 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt. There's only two people in the world that should get that 1/3. That's Biggs and that's Jay-Z. Those are the only two people that should be getting that 1/3 of Reasonable Doubt. Nobody in the world should be in question because nobody else put in. If you want to sell that third, that's your business. You probably can make a killing off of that, right? But you need to sell that to the other two people that contributed, that has say so. If y'all broke the album, right? If y'all broke it into threes, right? Jay gets 1/3, Biggs get 1/3, Dame gets 1/3. Shouldn't the other two people with a third have a conversation about the dude trying to sell his third to outside sources? Whoa. Shouldn't that be a conversation that's had? Shouldn't that be a conversation that's had? Maybe not. Maybe not. And maybe because, I'm not going to get into all the other stuff, right? I'm gonna let y'all get into that in the comments. If y'all understand what I mean by other stuff, I'm gonna let y'all get into the other stuff. I'm not getting into the other stuff, but I'm just saying, right? That should be the conversation. Dame, Biggs, Jay have that conversation. Who gets Dame's 1/3? Who wants to buy it off Dame? Whatever, right? Whatever. However that conversation looks, that's none of my business. I don't care. Lupe, you have to stop. We see that you blatantly hate Kendrick Lamar now. It's obvious. You have to stop. This is what I be talking. This is what I be talking about, right? You know what's crazy? I was having this conversation at my job the other day, and we was talking about streaming, and we was talking about streamers, like just on the internet. And Casanet came up, right? And this older, I won't say older, he's like 39, 40-year old gentleman at my workplace. And we were talking about Kai, and he just kept saying he just wasn't listening, right? He just wasn't listening to what us young people had to say about the situation, even though we're living it. He just wasn't listening to what we were saying, right? And I was like, listen, when I be talking about old people, when I be talking about you old niggas on the pod, yeah, this is what I be talking about. This is what I be talking about. Not wanting to let the new wave live, be hating on the new wave. Bro, yes, Kendrick is doing everything Lupe wanted to do as an artist at one point of time. Is that true? Yes. But should Lupe be hating on the man for doing that? No. He made it work. Lupe, he had the creative freedom to do that. You wanted to do that, but you couldn't. It's okay. You should be happy that somebody else is doing that. And Lupe, you're still regarded to many real hip hop fans and historians as one of the greatest rappers to ever live. Is that not enough? Is that not compliments? I feel like that's a compliments to the chef. Like, yo, you're one of the greatest rappers to ever live. And you're over here, bro. You said Drake. You said Logic was a better rapper than Kendrick. You said that Drake was going to kill Kendrick in the beef. I think you said that Drake did kill Kendrick in the beef, even after Not Like Us and after all the stuff. Then you're going to come on here after the whole beef thing, after Kendrick basically exposed, not really exposed Drake, but called Drake a colonizer, going to sit up here and let him colonize more of hip hop. What a come on, come on, Lupe. You know what? You know it'll be interesting. Lupe, you should put in on the 1/3. You should Lupe, you should put in on the 1/3 offer. How much is the one? You know what? I'm gonna put in on the how much is 1/3 of reasonable doubt since we just giving it away to anybody. How much is it? How much I want it. I want it. I'll keep it safe. I'll keep it safe. And he's I hate people. Listen, and the the caption says that this is a grail and influence an innumerable amount of rappers to see it pedal such a I wish he whoa, hold on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I promise I can read. There's no punctuation in this. there's there's no commas, there's no periods, the there's no punct I'm so sorry. There's no punctuation in this. The punctuation in this, oh, there are periods, but the punctuation in this is terrible. I'm sorry. Robert C. Peddle, such a lack of grace genuinely hurts my feelings a little bit. Such a savage. Either donated to a museum for safekeeping. Here's the part: either donated to a museum for safekeeping, or seriously let Drake make an offer so he can put it where it needs to be. Where does reasonable doubt need to be? Where does it need to be? Where is it going to be? Where is 1/3 of reasonable doubt going to sit? Where is it going to be? Where is it going to be? Where is 1/3 of reasonable doubt going to be? What somebody enlighten me. Somebody enlighten me. What is a museum going to do with 1/3? That's what I'm saying. Just give it to Biggs and or Jay. Because what are people going to do with it besides just eat off of it? Eat off of the work that y'all three did back in the day. And I don't care about what transpired that led to wherever y'all relationship is now, right? I don't care. I don't care about that. What I care about is listen, I'm not about to let you eat off of the work that we put in back in 96. I'm not about to let you eat off of the work that me and my dogs had to scratch and claw and hustle for back in 96. Sell it to you and let you. Nah, I'm gonna let the dogs eat off of that. I'm gonna let the dogs eat off of that. Or Dame, just keep it. What is hurting you with keeping it? Why does it hurt to keep that? Does it hurt to keep that? Does it hurt to keep that? I think that helps you more than it hurts you to keep that other 33.3% of reasonable doubt. I think that helps more than it hurts. But again, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not in the music business. I'm not in the music business. I don't know nothing about it. Listen, I am just a podcaster. I don't know nothing about the music business. Please, please, please forgive me. I don't like how I get on the pod and I promise you my socks be clean every time I get on the pod. I don't like how I get on the pod and my socks be looking dirty. Like I be looking like I be wearing like yellow socks. I promise you my socks not dirty, y'all. My socks are actually really clean. Uh Next thing on the docket. This is gonna be a quick one. I'm just gonna touch on this. No, I'm not even gonna touch on that. No, I'm gonna touch on it just a little bit. Cardi B is mad at Joe Budden. Cardi B is mad at Joe Budden because Joe Budden is excited for an album from her. Yeah, I think I'm gonna edit that one out. There's not too much I have to say on that one. You artists just stop being sensitive. No, actually, there is a lot I have to say on. There is a lot I have to say on this. Actually, me saying stop being sensitive actually reminded me of that. Right. So On Joe Budden's podcast, Joe Budden was speaking on Cardi B's new single, right? He was talking about how excited he is for the single, but how he would still just love a project for Cardi, right? I guess the pressure of a new project is coming to Cardi, and the pressure of just everybody just is coming at her. And she talked about how Joe Budden just doesn't want to see her win, and how he tears down everything that she does for the past 2 years, right? Joe Budden ended up saying that at first he said that he would never report on anything that Cardi B does ever again. But then he doubled back and said that he loves Cardi no matter what happens between him and Cardi. He's always going to love her, and that he apologizes for anything that he said that might have that offended her. However, he did disagree that he was like, I show nothing but love for Cardi. Like I love Cardi. Like he listed a whole bunch of examples, right? Here's what I'm trying to get to. There has been a lot of people online talking about the sensitivity of Cardi B, right? And it's like, well, if she wasn't so sensitive and she was listening, then she would have known that he was right. And yes, right. You might be right. However, a lot of those people aren't artists and creatives. So let me educate a couple people on this, right? As an artist and as a creative, right? Erica Badu said it best. I'm an artist and I am sensitive about my shit. She said it best, said it with her chest. I think there's a shirt made for it, right? If there's a shirt, is there a shirt? You know, I'm going to look that up. If there's a shirt, I'm going to get the shirt. As an artist and as a creative, what you make is it's like your baby. This is when you make something, it's like your baby. It's like your baby, but you can't keep your baby forever. You have to give it to the world at some point. And this is something that you made from scratch. This is something that you feel is great. This is a great representation of you. This is what you feel like is a great representation of the art you make. This is what you feel like is a great representation of your brand and the message that you want to put out there. Not all artists, not all people who are entertainment do this. Only artists do this. That's why I say artists never die. That's why that's the saying, and not just creatives or just people who do things never die, right? That's why artists take that time, and artists think about that, and artists think about, oh man, I want to put my best foot forward with this, right? So unless you understand the pressure of being an artist, not the pressure of being a 9 to 5 worker that has to meet a deadline. Not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but that's a different type of pressure than the pressure of somebody who is world known like Cardi B, someone who's world renowned. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus, for that thought. Who's world renowned like Cardi B, someone who has the spotlight on them at all times, someone who we have been waiting for an album or for a project, for an EP, for something for like 6 years. There's and her first album with Diamond, I think every song on that album went platinum. We have to start understanding where these artists are coming from when they are in a creative mode, when they want to release something, but the pressure of being an artist gets to them. And I know that's a part of the art. That's a part of being an artist. That's a part of being creative. I know. I get it. But at the same time, you're human. She's human. She's human. She's human. She's a mother. She's a sister. She's a daughter. She's a niece. We have to start being more sensitive to these artists, these people that we love, and we claim that we love these people. We claim that we love the art that they make. We claim that we love the things that they do for us, how they make us feel, how they entertain us. We claim that we love that, right? However, if we really love it, wouldn't we want them to take their time with it? Wouldn't we want the artists that we love to watch and we love to see and we love to listen to and we love to hear from all the time, right? Wouldn't we really just want them to take their time with the art if we really love the art? That's what I mean when a lot of people y'all I don't think y'all like music. I don't think a lot of people like music. I don't think a lot of people like arts and entertainment. I don't think so. And the reason I don't think so is because like you're trying to rush something that doesn't need to be rushed. Y'all are trying to rush a process. Yes. Is there a clock? Yes. Do I want to hear something from Cardi? Yes. But if she doesn't feel like she's ready, or if she doesn't feel like the album or the project is ready, who am I to to rush her process? You know how much pressure she's probably already put on herself? Forget the world. You know how much pressure is probably on her that she put on herself already? And y'all have the audacity to sit up here and be like, "Oh, well, she needs to stop being sensitive." Da, 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 da. You do it then. I would love to see half of y'all go out and create art in oh, I would love it. I would love it. I would love to see that boldness from half of you. I would love it. And also, Cardi already won. She doesn't need she doesn't need to win again because she's already won. She already won before. Invasion of Privacy was a huge win. That album killed. We know what she can do. There, I hate the well, do it again, or it's a fluke. Do it again, or if it's not real if you can't do it again. Nigga, it was real. It was real the first time. It was real the first time. I did it once. It was real. It happened. It's cemented in history. It happened. Stop, bro. Stop. Cardi, us at the Arts Block Podcast, we love you, we cherish you, we respect you. Take as long as you need, baby. However, we do want a project. We do. And I'm not going to sit up here and lie to you and act like, oh, well, I would just want you. Nah, we want a project. We do. We want a project. We want a song. We want something from you. We just want to know that you still in the studio making music. We just want to knock on the studio door or something. But if you're not ready to release a project, release an EP, release something, but at the same time, don't let the pressures of us or the world, or don't even let the pressure that you put on yourself get in the way of the creative process that you have set for yourself for so long. You have dominated and destroyed for so long. Don't let that domination, don't let us get in the way of that domination. Keep dominating. Stay focused. It's like the horse. The horse has the little on the horse races, they have the little the things, the eye things, the blinder joints, so they can only see straight. Put your blinders on, baby. It's time. It's time to only see straight. Put your blinders on. It's time to only see straight. Whatever that means to you, Cardi, whatever that means to you, put your blinders on. It's time to see straight. Look forward. Run your race. It's time. Next thing on the docket before the last thing on the docket. I'm gonna touch on this really quickly. Kids in Jacksonville are tired of rappers talking about killing and making fun of death. Now there was this video that surfaced of this creator on YouTube. I don't remember his name, but he's a white guy, and he goes to like different hoods, and I think he just left DC not too long ago. And he goes to like different hoods, talking to like different people around the hoods, and just goes to places where he's not supposed to be, right? Unhinged, unwarranted, but really good content. Shout out to that man. I can't remember his name, and I'm so mad I can't remember his name right now. But he went to Jackson, Mississippi, and he ran into some kids in front of like a convenience store, and he was talking to the kids, and the kids was basically like, yeah, man, like one thing we don't like. He was like, man, all you artists need. It was like, I think it was like a little girl. She was like, yeah, all you artists really need to stop talking about killing and need to stop talking about all these murders and stuff, because it's not. She basically saying it's not serving the community. That's not what she said, but long story short, that's what she said, right? You guys rapping about this and speaking about this is not serving the community. Also, what the little girl said was that death is not something to play about. Death is not funny. And when you die, you're not coming back. So you don't want somebody to play about you when you die. You want somebody to respect you when you die, so you should respect the dead as well, right? I agree with 100% with that with what that little girl said. People in the comment section of the video was saying, well, even the kids are tired of hearing that garbage rap and hearing that garbage music. Y'all need to make better music. Bro, this is beyond the music, bro. This is beyond the music, bro. This is influence at this point. This is beyond the music. This is like we be having these surface level conversations. This is beyond music. This is beyond music. This is beyond anything that you can put out to any DSP or you. This is bigger than anything that any movie company, any Warner, who else? Warner, Fox, anybody, right? Tyler Perry. I don't care who you are. This is bigger than any movie. This is bigger than any book, any journal, any poem, any painting. This is bigger. This is influence. The kids see the influence that these rappers have on other kids. The kids see the influence that these rappers have on their brothers, on their sisters, on their best friends, at the people at the playground, at the school. They see it every day in their neighborhoods. You rappers have to start understanding the influence that you have and carry. And half of the things that y'all do isn't cute. Half of the things that y'all do isn't cute. It's irresponsible. What you're doing isn't. It's fun in games now until somebody gets hurt that you care about. God forbid that happens. But it's all fun and games until somebody you love and care about gets hurt. It's always fun and games. We need to be more aware of what we speak about and what we putting out into the world and what we're putting out into just into the air, especially now. Especially now with this new election coming up, we definitely need to be careful about all the type of words and energies and in the energy that we put out into the world. We need to be more aware of all the things that we say, all the people that we influence. There's no reason why 7-year-old kids should be talking about these rappers need to stop talking about all this killing and stuff and stop speaking on dead people. There's no reason why there's seven. There's no reason why 7-year-olds should be saying these things. But that's where we are now. We're there. And as long as we're there, I'm going to stick beside it. Thank y'all so much for tuning into another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. Here's a couple updates before we get into Dead or Alive. This is the last season of the Arts Block Podcast. I'm going to say this again. This is the last season of the Arts Block Podcast. Now, Eric, why is this the last season of the Arts Block Podcast? Because we will be moving into regular episode formats. We'll be moving into just regular episodes on a weekly basis. This is the last time that I'm taking a break before moving on. We're just starting recording more every week. We're back to the consistent recordings every week. Also, another big announcement. We're moving to 2 times a week. There will be a pod dropping Wednesday, and there will be a pod dropping Sunday. There will be a Wednesday pod and a Sunday pod. There will be a pod. Wednesday is for everything that happened through the weekend. Friday is for everything that happened through the week. So, Wednesday, everything that happened through the weekend. Friday, everything that happened through the week. Just in case I miss some stuff, forget some stuff, feel me? That's just how that's going to work, right? Lastly, definitely not least, right? While I'm on this break and while I'm just taking this break from the pod for about a week or two, right? Just to get my life together, just to see where I want this direction to go, to pray about it, ask God where we need to go, right? The last thing that I want you all to do, this is instruction for y'all. Don't stop creating. Right, I just feel like the need to tell you that, right? I don't know why. Don't stop creating. To whoever's watching this, to whoever made it, who's ever made it to this point of the pod. One, thank y'all for making it to this point of the pod. I appreciate y'all. Y'all just listening to me yap and talk, and y'all really be listening to me yap and talk. I really appreciate y'all. But yeah, don't stop creating. Keep creating. Create until you can't create no more. Create until it's all the creativity has left your body. The creativity will never leave your body, by the way. So you always better keep creating. Keep creating. Don't stop creating. Don't stop making things. Dead or Alive. Oh, let me introduce Dead or Alive. If this is your first time watching the Arts Block Podcast, hello. If this is your last time watching the Arts Block Podcast, goodbye. But Dead or Alive is a segment on the podcast where me or the artist on the podcast gets to choose some artist that we would like to work with that is dead or alive. Now, we can choose one artist. We can choose 100 artists. This is my podcast, so I'm going to do whatever I want. artist dead or alive. What's the theme of today? What theme am I feeling of dead or alive today? Artist that I would, you know what? This might be cheating for my three. This might be cheating. The Wayne's. I want to work with Sean, Damon. Hmm. No, my bad. Marlon, Damon, Marlon, Damon. No, let's throw Sean in there. Marlon, Damon, and Sean Waynes. That's who I want to work with. The Waynes Bros. Yeah, the Waynes Bros. That's who I want to work with. Dead or alive. Drop y'all dead or alive in the comments down below. And thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of the Arts Block Podcast. I have been Eric Curry III, your host of this Arts Block Podcast. If you have liked what you've seen and you want to see more, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you can be notified every time we post a podcast that is on YouTube. If you have listened and like what you've heard, make sure that you turn on post notifications and give me a 5-star and a review. You can just say that this is the greatest podcast you have ever heard in your life, and that will suffice. You can follow me on Instagram at Eric Curry III. That is ERICCURRYIII. You can follow the podcast on Instagram as well at Arts Block Podcast. You can follow me on TikTok as well at Eric Curry III. What else? Am I missing any more church announcements? I don't think so. Yes, remember that I love you, God loves you. Do something that you love every single day, no matter what it is. If you feel like it's your purpose, if you feel like it's your plan, if you feel like God set that out for you, one, ask him because he always knows. And two, just do it. Like Nike, huh? Hit me. Remember that artists never die because we don't. The art that we make keeps us living. Thank God. I love you. God loves you. Make sure you drink your water. Peace and love. See you next time. I'm out. No pod next week because I'm taking a break. Eyes tired, boss. Peace.